But if I say I'm putting like $2,000 of my own, and maybe I miss a stop loss or I just gamble or something, it's $2,000 of my own like sweat money on stake. But trade the pools, one of the benefits is that they give you the ability to be as analytical, as cold, as numbers guy as possible, and eliminating like most of the psychological fears and concerns and urges. If your psychology is kind of like intervening, it won't think about and analyze all those things. It will just say, I need to be positive again. That's, I think, the most dangerous part of trading, in my humble 2 months experience, of course.
Welcome everybody to another funded trader of TradethePool. Today, Luca is with me, a new funded trader trading the swing account. Let's talk about that. Thanks for coming, Luca.
Thank you so much. I've heard about this opportunity just 3 months ago. I was just Googling. Everybody wants to, escape this 9 to 5, have some financial safety, freedom, etc. And actually AI told me that this could be a thing. And I researched, and TradethePool was the most trusted brand that I would, invest my time, resource, and everything. And I'm pretty lucky, I must say, because kind of like 2 months experience, nothing more. But I must say that there are some things that I already see that distincts people. One of the few things that I'm also telling my friends and everybody else asking is that everybody thinks it's gambling or like 97% fails, etc., etc. It's like buzzwords, and everybody tries to warn you about those things. Mm-hmm. But the reason that 97% is not profitable or it's treated like gambling is because 97% of people in big numbers usually behave the same. But if you have an ambition that, okay, I will be disciplined, I have my own strategy, I'm going to be conscious about every decision or things that I will look at, then you are the right guy for that. But if you're just going to behave exactly as anybody else, unconscious decisions like revenge trading for the biggest example, you won't succeed there. I must say that the more conservative and kind of systematic I am, the luckier I become. Because I've had failed account, I immediately bought second account to prove myself again. And in the second account, actually, I said, okay, I will do nothing that I did in the previous one and actually change something. I think the best way would also be like an advice that if something doesn't work, like systematically, just change it. Maybe do something opposite. Because eventually you will have to figure out like what works. In TradingView, for example, I am experimenting with lots of indicators. Some of the times they work, some of the time they don't, but I think I have a long journey of like 1 year or something that I will say that I will try everything as possible. And TradethePool actually is a good one because, when you're trading with another company's money, even though there are many rules, you can be kind of confident and calm and analytical. But if I say I'm putting like $2,000 of my own, and maybe I miss a stop loss or I just gamble or something, it's $2,000 of my own like sweat money on stake. But TradethePools, one of the benefits is that they give you the ability to be as analytical, as cold, as numbers guy as possible, and eliminating like most of the psychological fears and concerns and urges and pushback that you get from your brain just because something like goes down. I read somewhere also that once you go to the minus percentages, like the only thing that your brain thinks about is, okay, how to actually be positive again. And it shuts down all your analytical things. Because analytically speaking, you could say, okay, like I will, admit my loss. It's okay, I was mistaken. It's all about like trying many times, and in big number of entries, eventually you can get profitable. But if your psychology is kind of like intervening, it won't think about and analyze all those things. It will just say, I need to be positive again. And that's, I think, the most dangerous part of trading, in my humble 2 months experience, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned a few very important stuff here, and it's incredible to listen to you because, as you're saying, you've been in the market for like the last 2 months, this experience, and you already gathered so much information and understand the way things work in the market in that level. So,
Thank you.
congrats on that. It's incredible. You passed the evaluation after 2 attempts, basically, on your second attempt, which is also amazing. You need to do the shift in your mind in order to not continue to do the rest of the other stuff, as you mentioned, the revenge trading and all of those things. So it's incredible that you got the knowledge and understanding, at least, of what not to do and what to do.
Thank you. I'm honored to receive those compliments, actually.
You went for the swing account. Most traders in our company trade on the day trading account for sure. Now a lot of them are using the swing account. Tell me a little bit about that. What got you to choose the swing compared to the day?
Initially, I wanted to swing like with long distances and like many days in between, even maybe a month in between. And I don't know about anybody else, but when I saw all those fluctuations, like 10% down, 10% down, I said, people are actually manipulating this and are actually making or losing money daily. And I don't have any guarantee like what the company will do like 1 month later. Like Nokia, I'm sure like everybody paid a lot of money because they thought that, okay, this is going to be these phones are always going to be there. But I'm not sure. I know like, I mean, I cannot put my money in one company and just wait for like 1.5 months to go up like 10%. I just want like freedom of money, like cash flow to actually make money. And then what I did was, okay, let's make more active decisions here. And that's why I kind of like, I didn't want day trading because I'm working 9 to 5 and maybe I invest like 30 minutes, 45 minutes for swing trading. And I knew that if I would start with day trading, my cortisol level, my stress level would be so high.
Yeah.
And I did a bit of research and it said like, you could be a bit chill with a swing account, but in day trading, you should be like fully invested. And I was like, nothing gives me enough confidence to start with day trading. But slowly, I must say that from long term and swinging, I went to like going in, then going out, coming out like even the same day.
Okay.
Because actually what I did was I changed stuff many times and maybe 2 months later I will change something more. But right now what I'm doing is I will have like 2% take profit and 1% stop loss. And I will choose those stocks, like maybe scroll through like 50 charts. Also use CLAUDE to analyze like 10 things because it saves time. And we have like scores, like me and CLAUDE. I say RSI, candles, moving average, all those things. And I'm gonna say like, okay, give me like what number of those indicators indicate like bullish or vice versa, like bearish. And I choose like one of them out of 50 and then I go in. But even if I lose, I'm losing like 1%.
1%,
But if I win, I win 2%. So statistically speaking, I don't have anything to worry about. The only something to worry about is if you lose like, I don't know, 10 times. And if you lose 10 times and basically don't guess, even for a bit, like where is it going? I mean, just stop trading, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. It's also something to consider in the future because there are times when you can go 10 in a row and lose them, or even 2-3
Could be,
months.
right?
Yeah, definitely could be. So this is something that you will need to, if you will come across, then you need to adjust.
I'll take into
strategy.
consideration.
Take
Yeah.
it exactly. It's interesting. You mentioned the CLAUDE and everything around that. So how much is in percentage-wise, how much is CLAUDE making the decision for you, right?
It started with like 90 and now it's about 20, 30, something
Okay.
like this. Because it becomes like a muscle memory if you do it like many times. And also I must say that it's all the hype and everything, but unless you monitor CLAUDE and double check everything, it could give you like wrong things. Like diametrically opposite thing of
Yeah.
what you want. And then you say, okay, what about this? And oh, oopsie, I
Yeah,
just
I
forgot to
made a
tell you.
mistake. So you just made me blow my account. But yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty, I'm going to share my screen, show the guys at home your dashboard and everything around that. It's also interesting to have a look. So for those of you not familiar, every trader gets his own dashboard. The dashboard will show you your stats, the risk parameters, and you can really understand your progress and look at your equity curve. You can also check your achievements and payouts and customize your view, switch between light mode and dark mode. Okay, so you traded the max swing 2K, meaning you have more flexibility on your funded account. 2K, it's only $2,000 to trade with. How do you feel about that? Was it enough money for you to trade with, or are you looking to expand that over time?
I'm going to expand that, of course. At first, you're gonna have like more money if you trade with more money, of course. And I was thinking, okay, let me buy like 40,000 one, but for a newbie like me, it wasn't a smart decision. I said, okay, like 60 something dollars for 2,000. And I know that I can slowly build up to like 40,000. And that's what I'm aiming for. I want incremental progress. I want consistency. And yes, 2,000 was enough to basically figure out if this was for me or not.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like if I start with my own money or if somebody gets a loan of like 20K and they are a newbie, I mean, there's so many psychological things that it will prevent you from actually learning. So give yourself a break and give yourself time and resource to actually learn.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, starting slow and building it will be a much better decision than going, we do have $200,000 account on the day trading account, for example. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone. Maybe if you're a professional that's been in the game for like 15 years or so. But other than that, definitely start with a small account. We have 5K account on day trading or 2K account for swing. Build your confidence, understand that you understand the rules and the process, and then you can always increase that and go for a bigger account. So you needed to make $300. You definitely did that. Started from May 21 and all the way to the 29th. So only 7 days, 8 days to pass the evaluation, which is great. Again, second attempt. It's incredible, especially with the time that you've been in the market. 5.9, the risk reward is huge. You said
I
before.
must say I was lucky with one or two trades. I was really lucky. But the thing is, the only difference is that instead of like 7 days, I would have gone there like in two weeks, 14 days. I mean, you get lucky sometimes, but it just assists you with going there like in a faster way. But I'm pretty confident that I would have gone there like in 14 days or 21 days.
Nice. And also success rate wise, 56 on that, solid, decent. I mean, at the end of the day, within 8 days, you traded 32 trades. It's not a typical swing account, I gotta tell you that. Mostly for 8 days, you will make, I don't know, like 4 positions you will take or 5 positions. In that case, you treated it like a day trading account, you can say, but definitely well executed. Tell me a little bit about the stocks that you traded and chose from.
Okay, actually, stocks are like kind of moderately volatile, mostly tech stocks, the ones that are trending, and the ones that I'm not afraid of, like going really down. So yeah, maybe it was ASTS, some Nvidia would be there, maybe Apple. So I have like watch list of like 10 really popular, stocks, but I also use FinWiz to actually give me indication of, okay, where's the biggest volume and moving average. You can filter out like what you're looking for. But I must say I didn't have any like special stocks or like hidden gems. I just used all the popular ones.
How do you calculate the risk? You said you're taking like a 1% risk, and then you calculate the number of shares?
I try to spend as much of the pool of money that I have, but according to stocks, if it's like $400 stocks, I buy 5 of them. If it's like $200 stocks, I will buy like 10 or like 9 or something. That's it.
Incredible. Now, you're not trading your own capital, right?
No, I'm actually planning to let's say, make cash from trade the pool, then I will do something personal, which will feed the personal account of investment, but it will be like more long term. So in trade the pool and prop form, like I don't think you are able to actually like let something run like, I don't know, minus 10%, but you know that it will go up, you know? So personal I will use for like experiments and stuff, and with trade the pool, I mean, I would have a trusted, consistent cash cow, so to speak.
Yeah,
That's my plan, yeah.
that's amazing, Luca. I want to thank you again for sharing all the knowledge. Again, 2 months of experience, you got tons of knowledge already. And I love the fact that you, I'll say it in quote, you used us, used our capital to trade and get that.
Thank you for allowing me to use you, and I'm really honored, Michael, to have this conversation with you. And I hope someday, like, I will come back with not 2, but maybe 8 months of experience and much more cash flow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really wish to do that. And the last thing I would say to everybody who's starting out, like, it's not about how you can flex with like much profits and swinging high and stuff. I think the biggest flex is how long can you stay within the game and not get like kicked out, either with financial reasons or your psychological reasons that you gave up just because you had like, I don't know, streaks of losses.
Yeah, that's for sure. Sticking in, continue to develop your skill and
Yes.
consistency and build that resilience, let's call it that way.
Thank you so much, Michael.
All righty, I appreciate that, Luca. And for those of you who want to check us out, go to tradethepool.com. See you on the next video, guys. Bye for now.
Bye.